It is the Riot Podcast. Good Wednesday, May 18th to ya. Hello, Nikki.
Hello.
Hello, Isaiah.
Howdy.
Anything you'd like to say?
No, happy Wednesday, everybody.
What
Happy
about
Wednesday.
You can't just jump off and take mine.
What did you want me to say? That wasn't fair.
Even though I think I was just taking Hudson's.
I know. That's what he always says.
We basically had nothing else to say besides whatever each other's was saying.
Nothing to add. Typical.
That's right.
I'm doing this show alone. Might as well be.
Yeah, what do
Sorry.
you have to add?
Sorry,
Hudson?
you can't be any
I
more
already
helpful.
said it. You guys copied me. I'm not going to let you copy me again.
Fair.
Well, we
Yeah.
do feature in this, I believe it gets in this podcast. We did have something special this morning. We tried the Old Bay seasoning goldfish crackers.
Uh-huh.
And dude, those things were good.
Oh, yeah.
They were impressive.
I enjoyed them, and I can't wait till we're done talking here so I can eat some more.
You can have more in the privacy of your office.
Yeah.
There
We'll
you
go
go.
to see how many you can have.
So what is like that flavor of the actual Old Bay? Is that supposed to taste like something? Like I don't even
like
know.
so? It tastes like
crab
Old Bay.
boil? Have you ever done like crab?
I've done
Seafood.
crab. It's supposed to like fishy, right? That's what it's supposed to
Well,
taste
it's not
like.
supposed to taste fishy, but it's seasoning for fishy
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, yeah. So when I tasted it, I had never had it before. It was a weird flavor, but I came around on it. In the beginning, I was like, "Ooh, that's weird."
Mm-hmm.
And then about a couple bites in, I was like, "Okay, this is all right."
I think it's
It's
a
not the
lot of
worst. It's
a lot of
paprika?
celery salt. Yeah, celery salt and paprika.
Celery, corn, something. It's just corn. No. Sodium, yeast, garlic powder, vinegar, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, all the things I like. You know what it actually what I found it tastes like if you're not familiar with Old Bay. It actually doesn't taste all that dissimilar from cane sauce.
Oh, sure.
I think it has
You
a
think
lot of
so?
similarity. Yeah, I think it does. Which is
Interesting.
why I like cane sauce a lot.
Maybe I'll try it again, thinking of that, and maybe I'll like it better. Because I really do. I do like cane sauce.
When you go to Cane's, do you get
No, I don't get coleslaw. I don't get
No,
the coleslaw.
no, neither do I.
I
The
do.
other day I
You
went,
do?
I only eat a little, like a few bites, but it's not the worst. I
Yeah.
don't get the sauce. I don't like cane sauce.
Oh, well, listen to this, Isaiah. I told Nikki this already. The other day I went to Cane's. I always get the box combo and swap the coleslaw for extra fries, right?
Yeah, of course.
And
But
the
you
guy-
whoa, what?
What?
What did you just say?
I should
You
get the
never done
box.
that?
No, I've done that. What are you saying? You switch the coleslaw for extra fries?
You get extra
Yeah,
fries, or
you've
you can
never done
ask
that.
for
You
extra
don't get
toast.
extra toast?
You can do
No,
toast
I
too.
take fries over the toast. You get the toast.
That might be the wildest thing I've ever
That's
heard.
the wildest thing you've ever heard. Wait a minute.
The
wait.
crinkle fries?
Yeah.
I think their fries are okay.
Because I just get so much. And then I get a bunch of sauce. I get. See, here's my order. I get extra honey mustard. I eat honey mustard with the fries, and I eat the cane sauce on the chicken.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's how I roll.
Yeah, I've always swapped the coleslaw for just an extra piece of toast.
Because then you can make a sandwich if you slice it in half.
Yeah, I
You stuff in
know.
the chicken tenders and
But
stuff.
see, I don't even get the. I don't get the two, but sometimes I will just slice the sandwich and kind of cut the bread in the middle because it's a thick piece. It's a Texas toast.
Yeah, it's a great Texas toast.
Yeah, so
But
there's
listen,
enough space for a
Hudson had
chicken
an
in there.
emergency, though.
No, but yes, that I'm telling you this because I said sub coleslaw for extra fries, and he thought, well, I think I just said it wrong there, but however I said it, the guy thought I wanted double coleslaw and no fries. And so
You got double
thankfully,
coleslaw?
I looked. I got out to my car because I went into order. I got out because the line was really long. Got out to my car and I'm like, I better take a look at this. And sure enough, and it wasn't just my order; it was for a couple other people. All of them.
All wrong?
No.
Not a fry in the box.
The coleslaw?
Just coleslaw like you wouldn't believe.
Oh my gosh.
I stormed back in there, but here's what made me upset. Then I said, can I switch this out? I wanted fries, double fries, not double coleslaw. And so I hear the guy behind the counter as the woman brings it over, and he's like, I swear it said double coleslaw instead of double fries. And the woman's like, yeah, he said it wrong. No, I did not. I know I
didn't
didn't.
hear
I know
that.
I
Maybe
might
you
have said it wrong
did.
now, but I know I didn't say it wrong
Maybe you
then.
did.
I did not say it
just
wrong
thrown
then.
the food at
Yeah,
her.
I was like, no. Even if I did say it wrong, you're
Doesn't
not supposed to go
matter.
around blaming me
Uh-oh,
to
I
the.
didn't know that.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, sheesh.
Oh, are
So,
you all right now? Can you go back, or is it still too early?
I can go back. I love Cane's, so
So do I.
it's
so
too good. It's
They
too
do
good to
you
leave.
wrong, but you still go back.
And there's like a portion of the United States that doesn't even have canes
Yeah,
too,
I
which
know.
is just crazy.
The
I
sad
still
portion
think
of the
canes sizes change. It fluctuates. The chicken fingers are like, here, plump and juicy, and the other times they're like dehydrated.
They are shrinking in size.
I haven't had a plump and juicy in a
long
while.
time.
They are shrinking in size. It's actually incredible. Every time I go, they get a little bit smaller.
The thing is, at Cane's, though, I can't be too mad at them because every place is doing that.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is the exact same. Every place, the chicken especially, just keeps getting smaller and smaller.
Well, we
or maybe
need
I'm
more.
getting bigger and bigger. I don't know.
Either way, there's your introduction to the podcast.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with
Yeah, we don't
really
talk about
anything we
any of
talk-
that
No.
in the actual podcast, but there is good stuff in
Bonus
there.
content.
Well, I guess that will say so long.
Have a great day, guys.
Enjoy what you do
guys.
get in the podcast.
Thank you. Whether our show is like Cane's Chicken or when it used to be back and better and
Yeah.
more to it, but hopefully you enjoy the podcast.
Show is shriveled down. It is the riot.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Well, it brings no pleasure for me to report this, but I've got a list of the fattest states in the United States.
Oh, no one wants to hear that list.
Well, what if you're not on it, though?
Well, okay, let's see the states. then.
Yeah. Coming in, I'll do top 3. And number 3, would you like to guess? Or have you looked?
No, because that's just mean. That's just mean. Why bother guessing?
I think you would. I think you have a pretty good shot at getting
of
it right.
guessing. Well, it's not going to be one of the fit states, so.
No. Number 3 is Alabama.
Okay.
Number 2, West Virginia. And number 1, the fattest state in the country, Mississippi.
Oh.
Yeah, where they report in this new survey, 39.7% of people in Mississippi are either obese or morbidly obese.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think the numbers could be wrong because get this, it's a phone survey.
Yeah.
And
right.
who's answering phone surveys? And they
Apparently
say
fat people.
It's the highest self-reported rates across the country.
Do you think
So-
other states are lying?
Well, yeah,
And in
I
Mississippi,
think-
they're more honest?
Dude, everybody else would be like, no problem here.
Yeah,
So
that's-
I think that there's probably, every state probably has way more than self-reported.
Yeah, that's right. Why would you? Why would you
would
be
you say
honest
it?
over the phone? And
Why would you answer the phone?
right, there's a lot of flaws with this survey, but somehow they did manage to reach 400,000 people across the country.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty large sample size, but Mississippi comes in at number 1. 39.7% are obese or morbidly obese. I don't like that term.
The morbidly
obese. You don't say morbidly for anything else.
They think they just
Like-
really want to hit it home.
I'm Jack. I'm morbidly alcoholic. Nobody would say that. That's it's not the right way to do it.
You're right.
It makes it sound way worse when there's other diseases that can kill you as well.
You're right.
Besides just being overweight.
I'll let you work on that.
I'd like to submit my findings to some kind of consortium of doctors at some point. But then the bottom list, the states that are the thinnest states or the least fat or the best at lying, the Colorado, only 24.2% of people there.
Not surprised about that one.
Self-reported being overweight, and then Massachusetts and Hawaii round out the bottom 3 states.
Hawaii would have been my guess.
You would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, there you just you're swimming all the time.
Yeah, and you
Such
think that
nice
keeps you in
weather.
shape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you stay in shape more, I bet.
I don't know. I just there's like the 2 images that I have of Hawaii of like the people surfing and like the hula dancers, I guess the fire guys too. But then there's also like the really large, like Samoan type person, as well. Like I don't know, but maybe they're not overweight. Maybe they're just like really muscular.
Sure.
So I don't know, but that's what I think of when I think of Hawaii.
Well, remember next time someone tries to call you with a survey and they start asking about your, I don't know, would that be your BMI and stuff?
Yeah.
You just don't answer.
Do you think they have like cleverly worded questions so that you don't realize that they're asking you to
answering
tell them if
this?
you're fat?
Well, actually, no. Well, maybe it's an automated phone survey thing.
You think?
I really can't imagine answering a phone survey.
Would you be more or less honest if a robot called you and asked, "Are you overweight?"
I'd still be the same offended.
same, yeah.
The same problem with it.
They
And
say it's just for scientific purposes.
who cares? Why would you answer any of that?
I also like here it points out in the story that it says President Joe Biden will reveal his plans for tackling obesity this September. I think he's already done that.
What do you mean?
He's making gas so expensive that we have to walk everywhere.
Good point.
So we're all going to get in much better shape, right?
I don't know if that's officially the plan on why gas is so high.
But functionally, it's working. One day, he's going to be able to take credit. He's like, look how much everybody's weight is down.
I like how
I think that's my plan.
everybody's always like, this is a serious problem. All right, well, we'll work on it in September. Like, you're getting close to the
To be
fall
fair,
then.
there's a lot of other stuff to worry about.
True.
And
true.
the overweight thing has been a long-standing issue. We got to tackle some more immediate issues.
True, but if you start bringing it up in September, like you're already back out of the summer weight and you're ready to pile on a few more for the winter weight.
And we could even be in a worse shape by then.
It'll be way worse.
In multiple ways.
It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
We have a teacher's aide here, a teacher's assistant and athletic director from North Carolina just lost his job.
Oh, what did he get fired for?
This is according to Catawba County Schools in North Carolina. The guy's name, Jason Oxentine. He worked at Riverbend Middle School in Claremont. He needed to move his truck in the school parking lot.
Yeah.
And this is at a middle school. For some reason, he decided that he was going to let one of the middle schoolers move it for him.
What a poor choice.
So, at that moment, though, that middle schooler was probably feeling like $1 million when Jason Oxentine, here, kid, and he throws him the keys.
To go park
and
it?
the kid's like, oh, thanks, Mr. Oxentine.
What?
And so he's ready to go move the truck from the back of the school parking lot around to the front. But at some point along the way, the student lost control of the truck.
Not surprised.
Struck 3 parked school buses.
They're parked.
They weren't moving. And this is in a parking lot.
Yeah.
And the student winds up smashing into him. And you see that picture there?
It's bad. They say that the teacher's truck was completely totaled.
You can see that from the picture. How fast was he going?
Well, you can't crash into school buses. I mean, they're going to do more damage.
The height is part of the problem because by the time it looks like the vehicle came to a stop, it's almost wedged under the back of one of the school buses.
Yeah.
So fortunately, nobody was injured. But as Nikki mentioned, the truck was totaled. And the school buses in total are going to cost close to $7,000 to repair. So Jason Oxentine he's been fired, and he's also been cited with a traffic citation for giving his keys to a minor.
So here's a couple of things.
Uh-huh.
One, I feel like, what did he have on the teacher? Like, he must have had something.
You
on
think?
him.
Yeah.
Because why would your teacher give you the keys when you're not
come on. He was
you're
trying.
not old enough.
Yeah,
You
but the
don't
teacher was
drive?
the teacher was like, what do you got to lose? This kid.
Well, you have a lot,
He just
actually.
needs a big brother.
Don't
And so
make it
I'm
like
trying,
that.
there's like all kinds of songs, a country song about how important it is when a little boy gets to drive his dad's truck. And maybe this boy didn't have a dad in his life. So Jason Oxentine was the father figure he needed.
Yeah.
And this is a huge moment for him. And then he screwed it up.
That's more where it's like, here, we're on the farm field and you can't hit anything.
that's
So
right.
I understand
It was a parking lot. He thought it was, what could go wrong?
Obviously, everything
a lot,
can.
yes.
And the other thing is, I wonder if your insurance would pay for it because
I'm going to say definitely not.
because
right?
you gave the keys to a minor to drive your vehicle to park it. So I would be very upset at not getting anything back for your totaled car.
Yeah, that
A lot of costs there.
You got to be right. If he's if they're charging him with a traffic citation, there just can't be a chance that the insurance is going to cover any of that, right?
I'm actually going to go ahead and say you might just lose your insurance.
That's a great point.
Then you have to go with the other companies that charge way more.
Yeah, so that is.
Well, at least no one was hurt.
You know what? Jason Oxentine, he probably thought he was teaching this kid a lesson. In the end, I think he taught himself a lesson.
He did.
You gotta know when to hold them.
Or your
keys.
car will be folded.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
So we have a sea lion here in California. And see, that's the thing. It's right in the name. Sea lion. It's supposed to be near water.
No, he can be out about.
He has now been rescued not once, but twice for wandering basically over by the highway in San Diego, in the San Diego area, downtown San Diego. They've nicknamed him Freeway because back in January, he was rescued from Route 94 there.
Is he trying to get a ride or?
Yeah, right. He's trying to skip town, it sounds like. And he was returned to SeaWorld's custody, SeaWorld Rescue. Some people might say that's a oxymoron.
Yeah. He's not like returned to SeaWorld as in the theme park SeaWorld.
He doesn't have to do shows or anything.
They have like SeaWorld Rescue where they're usually the ones that are called out to go and rescue a creature.
So
we'll put that to the side.
He was spotted in a storm drain under the National City Bridge again last month. And so now they've brought him back in because they say that storm drain would have brought him right back to where he was the first time. So for some reason, he just keeps winding up by the highway. So they are now going to, and this is actually, this is the third time they rescued him because back in November, he was found walking on Harbor Island Drive.
Yeah, in San Diego.
So he's been all over town there, and they keep having to rescue him. So now they are bringing him in for behavioral analysis.
What's that mean? Oh, that means maybe he does have to go to SeaWorld. They're not going to let him out again.
Because if they let him out, he's just going to keep wandering back to the same spot, which that's what they're trying to figure out. Why does he keep going inland when he should be hanging out by the ocean?
Well, maybe. We don't know. So the behavior person's going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, he's gone through some kind of trauma or something.
He don't want to go back to the water.
No, yeah. Maybe the rest of the sea lions look down on him for some reason. He just doesn't quite fit in, and he's like, fine, if that's how you feel about me.
I'm going inland.
Yeah, you'll never see me again. See, he's 10 to 13 years old. He's a teenager.
Listen, prices near the water are more expensive. So
that's
maybe
right.
he's going to cheaper areas. But they think he's 10 to 13 years old, and they want him to be, they say, in a safe situation. But yet they're, I'm sure,
taking him to SeaWorld.
They're tired of rescuing him, so they just want to figure out what he's doing.
Yeah, poor Freeway. But hopefully he is able to. They're able to behaviorally analyze him and get him back on the right track.
I just would love to peek in on what that job looks like, on how you figure out what the sea lion is doing.
Yeah, how do you test him?
I'm not sure.
You give him like a ball and it's like,
does he get medicine?
Right. You give him what is it? The Rorschach test or whatever? Is that the blobs? Is that what you're doing to the sea lion? What do you see here? I see my parents criticizing me, and that's why I keep running away. Yeah, right.
He's a little old to be still doing that.
Maybe he's a sea lion. He's a misfit because he wants to go skiing, so he's trying to make it to the Rockies or something like that.
Well, hopefully they figure it out.
Yeah, we don't want Freeway to get in any more trouble.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I've only ever hit a deer, but can you imagine if you hit
hitting a sea lion?
I could never recover.
Yeah.
And my car wouldn't, I couldn't.
I don't know. They seem like they would be easier to run over.
Oh, no. And he
just
was
like a speed
yelping.
bump.
Well, he just flies in the air. Oh, I couldn't do it.
You're holding his flipper as he gives his final arf.
Oh, no. That's the worst. Please say Freeway.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
I've got a list. Money.com has ranked the best colleges in America.
Yeah.
Basically, it's money.com. So they're talking bang for your buck. If you had to pay to get into college, which college would give you the best value? They ranked over 600 colleges. I could give you like the top 10 or something, but it's really the number one is what's most important. The number one is University of Michigan.
Oh, for bang for your buck?
Yeah, that is the best value of a college in the United States. And
Isaiah, would you like to go to the college that they say is the best value?
I don't think so. I think I'll skip over
you
on
love
that
a
one.
good deal, though.
I do love a good deal, but
there's no better deal in college than University of Michigan.
I think that I'll just go with number 2 or something. I think it'll be close enough.
North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
that sounds lovely.
North Carolina
does kind of sound nice. Virginia was number 3. The Massachusetts Maritime Academy
what is that?
in Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts is number 4.
Have you ever been there?
No, I've never heard of that.
What type of school is that?
I don't know. It sounds like they would teach you how to boat.
And it's in Buzzards Bay?
Buzzards Bay. And Virginia Military Institute is number 5.
I feel uncomfortable with all of these places.
Let me, why don't you guys, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to scroll down, see if I can find Ohio State for you, where it finally comes on the list. All right, we're down to 20. Still haven't seen it.
I guess it depends on how important when you're deciding which college you get to go to. Sometimes you don't get a choice. I guess whoever just accepts you.
That's what when you look at the acceptance rate on like some of these top ones, like Michigan is like 26%. North Carolina, Chapel Hill is 25%. Virginia's 23%. Massachusetts Maritime Academy, 92%. So if you apply there, you'll probably get in.
Something tells me they don't get a lot of applicants.
Oh, please tell me someone's gone there.
Yeah,
Please. I would love it so much if, it'd be heartbreaking if your other choices didn't work out and then you had to
and that was your
fallback
your backup,
one.
your fallback school. Man, I'm down. So they ranked 600. I am down to in the 70s. I still haven't gotten to Ohio State for you. So obviously, if you go to Ohio State, you're throwing your money in the garbage.
It's not as affordably perfect as the other schools are.
As the Massachusetts Maritime Academy.
I'm looking that up when we're done talking about that. They say they base this on criteria including the acceptance rate, the full price tuition for like 22, 23, tuition with average grant, percentage of students who get those actual grants, graduation rate, and career earnings for when you get out of the school.
Oh.
So all of that combined.
So they're setting up?
Says University of Michigan is the overall best sort of bang for your buck school.
I finally found Ohio State University.
What is it?
145.
Right.
That's not bad.
I mean,
Top
top
150?
half. Top half. Yeah, top third of the top third of the list. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There you go. You're not completely wasting your money if you go to Ohio State. But definitely not getting as much bang for your buck as if you go to Michigan.
Yeah, you know what? I remember a couple of years ago, I think Cardell Jones, he put out a tweet or something, said, we don't really come here for school. We came here for football. So that's kind of how that goes.
That's what you love to hear.
Is that what the other schools say?
That's what I don't know what they're saying, but
I don't know if that
Listen,
did it even work out for Cardell Jones that well.
It's just good to get in wherever you can, and
That's right.
If it doesn't cost too much, that's better.
Actually, the truth is, no matter which school you get into, it feels like a ripoff.
Yeah.
Even if you get into the best value, you still feel like you're throwing your money away.
Well, how many of us here graduated?
Yeah.
You did? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just mean. I didn't.
yeah, that's a bad question.
My school is not on the list because they went out of business.
Oh, they did.
Well, I don't know. It's not like they were financally unsound or anything, although it was such a good value maybe that it was
bad
unsustainable.
practice or what?
No, the owner, the president retired, and he couldn't find anybody to sell the school to.
Oh, really?
That he trusted to run it. So then they're just like, fine, we'll just get rid of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no matter what you choose, guys, okay? There's always a career in radio, is what we're saying.
Is the fallback.
And that could be the most affordable of them all.
The radio career is the Massachusetts Maritime Academy of Careers.
In Buzzard Bay?
Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts.
What a lovely area that sounds like.
What if we look it up and it's just a gorgeous campus? And
no, because if that means there's buzzards there.
No, it means there was buzzards there when the Pilgrims named it.
No, I think they're still there.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
Got a good question here for you.
Yeah.
Isaiah, was this your question?
This was my question.
Would you like to pose it then?
Yeah, so not too long ago we talked about, I think it was North Korea, right? They were banning certain outfits because they didn't want them to look like people who live in the United States and in the Western world, essentially, right? Even though they were like way behind, they were banning like skinny jeans, which like aren't even in anymore. But besides the point, we came up with the question of what clothing item, if you could ban any, would you ban? Not because like you hate it so much, just because like you can't pull it off, or because you hate it, I guess, too.
Yeah, why don't we say what we ban and then explain our reaning?
Gosh, that's a good question. What would that be?
I'll tell you the first one that comes to mind.
I still like skinny jeans.
Well, don't move to North Korea then.
Yeah.
I would just have to bring them all with me and get in trouble.
I think what I would ban, and it's not something I would ever wear, I just don't like seeing it, and that is men in sandals.
You don't?
Men
I
in
hate
sandals.
I don't like sandals.
Now, what about slides compared to like
flip-flops?
flip-flops?
Between the toe, is that what you're talking about?
Is that the weird part?
I think I dislike more flip-flops like sliding on. I don't that doesn't bother me as much. Like the sandals with the straps, they're like leathery looking or whatever. And but especially I would absolutely, you want to wear them at the beach, like flip flops. That's fine. Or like the shower and stuff like that. But I'm talking like you're just in a landlocked part of town and you're wearing sandals.
No pool in sight?
Yeah, no
But
water
it's the summer.
inside.
Why wouldn't you wear sandals?
Why would you? What's the point?
Okay, so
you're
we'll
gonna
never-
get weird tan lines on your feet,
We're
and then
never gonna see
everybody's seeing your nasty feet. And by you wearing sandals, that's making your feet dirtier because you're picking up all the dust and dirt and everything that's around.
Yes, but your feet are free.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it for guys. I don't like it.
Isaiah, are you going to wear sandals this summer?
I will wear sandals this
You will?
summer,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know if they'll be between the toe or if they'll just be like the slides. I haven't determined. I don't even think I have a pair right now, but I will find a pair to wear,
All
yes.
right.
That's different,
And get
though.
close to him.
Yeah, of
All
course. I'll
right?
wear them into work.
Just put them right up on here on the
Put
counter.
your feet up.
Yes.
I did not know that about you.
What do you not like?
See,
Or what do you want to ban?
I don't know. When I think about, like, I also would agree with the skinny jeans thing, but just on guys, I would say. Like, on girls, it looks fine, but on guys, like, if you have it really, like, and I wear, like, I would say skinnier jeans than probably, like, the normal guy, probably. But if you have it, like, super tight at the ankle now, which, like, isn't really in anymore, it's just too much for me. It's a little bit too much. So.
And with sandals?
So you hate
Yeah,
it
with
so much you're
sandals.
gonna ban it?
Yeah, I hate it so much I ban it, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say so, just because and not even like me wearing it because I don't wear skinny jeans like that, but just like some of my friends wear really skinny jeans like that, and it would just be best if they weren't allowed to do that anymore for their own sake.
I feel like this is just a passive way for you to tell on your friends.
Yeah.
And
It is. It really is. I have one friend of mine right now. I'm like, it'd be best if he just didn't have to wear those anymore.
What about?
just change it all.
Do you have one, Nikki?
Well, I mean, I wear sandals and I still like skinny jeans. So I'm feeling
I
you're
said
a
for a
girl.
man.
Girls, yes.
I know, and I don't want to just lean on the shoes, but like sometimes I feel like certain sneakers, like with sneaker
Oh,
culture,
yeah.
I can't pull those off. Like they're just so elaborate and so colorful and just so bold that I guess I just don't like people looking at my feet or looking down. So I think with a lot of that, I think sometimes the shoes just look really ugly, but yet those are like the collector's ones.
Yeah, but they're collectors, so you would never wear them anyways, right?
True.
So-
But it's not about just her wearing them. It could be anybody. You know, we don't need to see you flexing on us like that. Another thing that I think I would ban, and this is controversial, but I would ban hats for my own self-benefit. Because I never wear hats. And if you're like a hat guy, right, you probably think you look better.
Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson, exactly. Hudson probably thinks he looks better in a hat, right?
Oh, I definitely think I do.
Exactly. So I'm
It
taking.
totally changes what I look like.
Yeah, so like 50% of the guys that are an option for females in the world, if I took away their hats, and they would be like less
They'd have nothing
attractive.
else?
Exactly, they have nothing going for them anymore.
trying
You and I aren't competing.
Yeah, it's like if you made me wear. I'm not talking about just you, Hudson. Trust me. But
So
there's
you're trying
guys
to
out
take away
there,
hats so that you have a better chance.
precisely. Or because it's the same
Isaiah.
thing. If you made me wear a hat all the time, I would look way worse. If I take away your hat, it's like having your hand tied behind your back. You know, it's one up I have on you.
Oh my gosh. I don't think we don't have any room to talk. We can't ban anything.
No, I don't know. I know this. I don't think I would ever ban anything because I don't want to wear it. Well, actually, that's not true. You know what I might ban is like dressing up.
Dressing up, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You
like.
don't like dressing up
I don't
every
like
now
having
and
to put
then?
on a suit. It's just too much work to get all that
doesn't
together.
go with a suit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you know
can't,
what I
wear a
hate?
hat then with a suit. You're right. That's what it is.
That's a good point. I also hate where you have to wear dress shoes and dress socks. Hate dress socks. That's a bad one. So I'll get rid of that too.
Well, I think we had some options then.
Yeah. Let's
Not
get to
enough
work on
to
this.
ruin a country if we decided to run one and say you couldn't wear any of it.
If we
but-
took over, that would not be near the top of our list of things to do. But you now know our platform
we know.
of banning
You know our
skinny
stance.
jeans, hats, and sandals.
And remember,
guys.
for Hudson, you'll always see him in a hat, and he'll never wear sandals.
That's exactly. You know what you're gonna get. It is the riot.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.